Turning to politics here in America, the president was in New Hampshire today to unveil his plan to combat the opioid crisis. Manila Chan is following the story and joins us with the details tonight. Well, he promised to come forward, and it's got a touch of law enforcement in it, doesn't it?
Ed, and he says he's going to come hard. Every day, more than 100 people die from the opioid epidemic, and the president is promising to crack down not only on the drug dealers on the streets, but also even the doctors who abuse the system. Now, the president outlined his plan to combat this new war on drugs, taking ideas from places like Singapore and how to handle those who propagate this problem by recommending the death penalty.
For the big pushers, the ones that are really killing so many people, and that penalty is going to be the death penalty. If you look at other countries, I've gotten to know the leaders of many countries. And I won't mention names, but you know the countries I'm talking about. I go around, how's your drug problem? We don't have much of a drug problem. What do you mean you don't have a drug problem? Well, we don't have. I say, how come? We have zero tolerance for drug dealers.
Trump also wants Congress to pass legislation that lowers the amount of drugs needed to trigger mandatory minimum sentences for traffickers. He compared drug traffickers to those who take a gun and shoot and kill one person on the street, saying that drug dealers kill so many hundreds more people, yet the laws don't punish them accordingly. Now, according to the National Institute of Health, America has seen a consistent growth in drug-related deaths, especially due to the recent opioid epidemic, which in 2016 saw more than 42,000 people die from opioids, heroin, or synthetic drugs like fentanyl, according to the CDC. Now, the third leg to President Trump's plan is treatment and prevention. He wants to extend life-saving treatment care for those who already have an addiction problem, expand treatment centers, be able to distribute other meds that'll help those addicted to opioids slowly get off those drugs. Conversely, he wants to start an anti-drug war, much like we saw in the 1980s for young kids. He mentioned TV commercials and classroom programs to show children how harmful these drugs can be on their bodies. Very reminiscent of the Reagan-era war on drugs and the Children's DARE campaign led by then First Lady Nancy Reagan. So, Ed, a lot of mixed reviews about the president's opioid plan, but you can bet that making drug trafficking a death sentence crime will likely be something that will be heard by SCOTUS somewhere down the line, Ed.
Okay, thanks, Manila.